TonBooster.
Hi friends. Right now you can congratulate yourself for watching your phone or computer display and listening to insider information that will allow you, of course if you wish, in about 100 days to earn at least your dream home. I agree in part that it sounds kind of pathetic and fantastical, but nevertheless, I'll add more intrigue. Your dream home will be valued at around $1 million. At the same time, which is very important for everyone, you will receive this amount absolutely risk-free, transparently and legally. In other words, no one can stop you from getting and using your millions of dollars. And that statement is a rarity today. If you look at the vast graveyard of pyramid schemes, thank goodness people are starting to get smart and realize. The higher the percentage of income per month, the prettier the legend and the more grandiose the company's plans for several years ahead, the less chance of getting back at least yours. But in this case, that kind of swamp doesn't interest us anymore. So watch to the end and keep your cool with what you see. It's going to be hot at the end. I am Alexander Adashevich with you. Well, how much do you have to invest to get $1 million out of habit, you ask? I wouldn't call it an investment, but absolutely anyone can easily start with 5 tons, meaning 5 tons of coins. Yes, this is the long-awaited cryptocurrency that was created by Pavel Durov's team. It was this team, which Pavel Durov recruited from the best IT people from around the world, that could create a digital masterpiece in 2017 in the form of superfast blockchain tons. Tons of coin is the most promising cryptocurrency to date. See for yourself, the number of potential users of tons of coin is almost 1 billion people. Transaction speeds are a fraction of a second for Bitcoin, and 30 minutes to several hours of waiting time. In 1 second, the Ton blockchain is capable of processing over 100 million transactions, while Visa is only 65 million. The transaction fee is only 1 cent, so already thousands of small business stores and freelancers accept tons as payment for their goods and services. Tons are easy to buy and sell for rubles, and it only takes you 2 minutes of your time. And all because Telegram wallet rolls got the function of withdrawing tons to Russian cards. On the CoinMarketCap service, this coin has moved up from 206 to 25th place and is trading today at $2.30. Most crypto analysts believe that by the end of 2023, tons will be among the top 5 crypto assets to cross the $10 level. It is with this coin tons we have a swell opportunity to earn hundreds of thousands of coins in a short period of time, which instantly transfer and stay on your personal wallet. What you will do with them, turn them over to rubles or leave them on a third-party wallet to grow 5 to 10 times, it's up to you. And now is the most important time to learn how the system works, which was specially developed in September 2022 by the best programmers from Pavel Durov's team to generate and receive tons of coins. The system is called TonBooster. It is built on a smart contract, has been audited and runs clear as an atomic clock. You will only need a smartphone, Messenger, Telegram and just 5 tons of coins. With the referral link, you launch the TonBooster chatbot and activate any package you wish to start with. There are 5 packages for you to choose from: a bike worth 5 tons, a car worth 25 tons, a train worth 125 tons, a plane worth 250 tons and a rocket worth 500 tons of coins. The main cost of the packages is due to the availability of special unique features, which I will explain a little later. I'll tell you right away, you can safely start with the package bike for 5 tons, and then on autopilot, without paying anything extra, you will soon activate the largest package rocket, which will take you to just financial space. What's in store for you soon can only be called that, financial space. We'll get to him in a moment. In this system you need to do only 2 basic actions. It is to activate the package and forward the ethereal link to 5 friends or acquaintances who have a Telegram, a great desire for 100 days to get 713,000 coins, which is equivalent to $1.5 million and 1,000 rubles in free money to start. I find that these 2 activities can easily be done in 1 day, and for some, an hour is enough. Let's see the next steps on the following table. Linear marketing is at work here, but not simple marketing, but inverted marketing. When you hook up your first person, you have a first line open to receive 5% of the payment of any packages of all affiliates that you have coming in on your first line. This can be your lineman or your sponsor will put you their person in your first line. It would seem why such generosity from a sponsor. Now you'll understand. By connecting the second person, you open a second line to receive 10% of all partners who are on the second line. That is, your personal has already managed to invite someone and received his 5%, and you received 10%. By inviting a third, you have a third level of depth opened up, meaning a third line from which you will one time get your 15%. Notice the reverse trend? Not like all the usual markers. The fourth person invited will open you the fourth depth to get 25%, and the fifth person who becomes your fifth line will open you the fifth depth line, from which you will get already 40% of all affiliates who activated any package from 5 to 500 tons coins. So it's very important to give information and get at least 5 people on your first line as soon as possible. Depth can build rapidly, like a fire in a dry forest on a windy day. And to avoid missing out on fat percentages from deep, you only need to have 5 men on the first line. As the saying goes, the deeper into the woods, the more wood. And this innovative system reveals to us the following chic picture. Let's say every person on all 5 levels went in for the minimum bike package for 5 tons of coins. Each of them will always have a lot of friends and acquaintances, for whom the idea of becoming a cryptomillionaire already this year, spending only 1,000 rubles, will be very useful. Of course, over time you and all your other partners will invite 10, 20, 50 people to the first line, but we'll take the most minimal option, just 5 people from each. So you'll have 5 affiliates on your first line, which will bring you an income of 1.25 coin tons. On the second line will be respectively 25 people, you will get 12.5 tons. There will be 125 people on the third line, from which you will get 93.75 tons. The fourth line will consist of 625 people, which will bring you 781.25 tons to your wallet. The fifth line will make you especially happy, with 3,125 people from different cities and countries. Your income from the fifth line will be 6,250 tons of coins. In total at 5 levels you will be paid from your network 95% and 5% goes to the developers of this system. The 3,905 people that will show up after about 70 days will create you an income of 7,138 coin tons. If we take just today's rate of $2.03, that comes to $16,419. That's a good start. But over the course of the year, the cost per ton will certainly go up. See how your received capital can change at different rates, which are quite feasible in the next 1 or 2 years. The largest exchange, Binance, has already poured tons on its platform, and this is a direct signal for a surge of 10x and beyond. And in how long can all 5 lines fill up with 3,905 people? Let's do the math. How long does it take to invite 5 people? For someone it's 1 hour to drop clips from a link, or 1 day to talk on the phone beforehand. But let's take it in reserve. 5 whole long days. Let's say that to build a second line we need to help our partners, the newcomers, to figure things out quickly and invite their 5 already. So let's add 70% breaks. And then the second line of 25 people will be built in 9 days. Add those 70% breaks to the other lines as well and we end up with the same 100 days in which we have all 5 lines filled. But even if your team is not so fast and your 5 lines are filled, let's say, for 6 months, then even here time works for you. After all, Ton's popularity is skyrocketing. Internet 3.0, which Ton's blockchain is linked to in 2023, will be massively integrated into different business areas. And in the fall, we will see Ton priced at least $10 on the Binance exchange. So your Ton wallet will already have $71,387 on it, or more than 5 million rubles. Yeah, it's still small, but it's nice. Where's the promised $1 million, you ask? Here's where we get to the hottest core of the TonBooster system, which will generate us our first $1 million almost from the start and within 100 days. Every day, week after week your system will be connected by a new partner on all 5 lines. In your bot you will see every receipt on your wallet and naturally you will have the desire to withdraw profits to spend them on your life. Withdrawal of money occurs according to certain rules. If you are on a bike package, you can withdraw 30% of the coins and 70% is distributed 5 levels up from you, that is to your 5 sponsors. So it is quite unprofitable to stay on this bike package for a long time, and people will naturally upgrade to the next 25 tons car package, and this can be done from the money they have already earned. It's more interesting 40% in and 60% up. Then you can gradually, using the coins you earn, move to train, then to plane, increasing the withdrawal percentage. Of course, to maximize profitable withdrawals, everyone will want to upgrade to the rocket package as soon as possible to withdraw at the maximum 70% profit. And that's not the only reason to try to move quickly to a 500-ton rocket. Look what the life-giving booster gives us. Each person in your structure up to the 5th depth will make a coin withdrawal, and with each withdrawal you will receive gift interest that goes directly to your wallet in full without any division. Staying on the bike package you will get 1%, and on the rocket package you already max 15%. Where do these gifts come from? That's just the 30% that goes up through the system. 15% of that 30% will be paid to you. Imagine a large number of people on all 5 lines will want to withdraw the handsomely earned tons. Let's take for example one person who outputs for example 1,000 tons. If you have a bike package, you will get 1% of that withdrawal, which is 3 tons or $7. And if you have switched to the rocket in advance, you will receive already 15% of the gift, that is 45 tons for the amount of $104, which will appear so unexpectedly and just by the way when you saw beautiful clothes or equipment worth 7,500 rubles. From such cases of inference you will have at least 3,905 times. Notice how your life begins to take on new colors and fun perspectives. And it's still not enough. I agree, you and I need at least $1 million. What can you do? Life is contagious. Then let's take a look at the last table option and take away what we came for. And now let's look at the situation that will inevitably appear in your structure when all partners have switched to the rocket package. Because it is justified and cost-effective for many reasons. And in this variant you will earn 713,875 tons, and it is already at today's rate of $2 to $3 will be the same $1.6 million. By the end of the year, that amount could range from $3 million to $7 million. And mind you, there is no fantasy in the prospect of your success and cost a ton. It's as real and predictable as that statement that after August comes, of course, a lovely fall. And for all of us, it will resemble the giant golden antelope that taps its hoof daily in our backyard. And don't you dare yell, enough is enough, let it work. And we move on to our unabashedly big dreams and plans, which immediately after this video, form, write down, draw and hang in a prominent place. We come to the final intriguing question. And what is the maximum amount you can get in this system? Let's see. We won't even take the option of many partners plugging 10, 30, 50 people into their first line. Let's be modest. If each person invites just 5 people, you will have 3,905 partners in the structure who will each earn their 713,875 tons over time. And when they each hit the withdrawal button at their own time, the 30% will be distributed across the structure and you'll get a gift 15% of that 30, which is 32,000 tons from each. And what's nice is that this gift is not split 70/30ths, but goes into your commission wallet in full. So 32,000 tons times 3,905 people and we get 125,445,000 tons, which we multiply by today's modest exchange rate and get a rounded $288 million. And after a year, when the tune rate crosses the $10 bars, multiply your entire capital by 5. If you have a dry mouth, drink some water, I think I will too. Okay. Granted, I'm already prepared to hear certain doubts from some that it's not possible at all. Okay. Let's take the most pessimistic option in a negative mindset. Let's assume that not everyone will find 5 people who have a spare 1,000 rubles and not everyone wants a lot of money. Yes, it's possible if you tell that to the members of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse sect living in the woods waiting for the end of the world. So gift this information to adequate people like you who have dreams and plans in this life. Let's imagine another impossible sadness, that during this year the ton rate will not go up and will remain the same $2–3. Now that's fantastic. Okay, and let's add to that the gravity of the weight. People are thinking long and hard, questioning the relevance of the extra million. But seeing the results acquaintances, of course, then connect. And that stretches over a whole year. Well, the worst thing to assume is a paltry result. Only 1% success rate of what you should have. Multiply 288 million by that measly 1% and you get that orphan $2.8 million, so to speak. Of course Abramovic would be upset by such sadness. But I don't know about you, I'd still thank the Creator for such a result. I thank him already for giving me the vision and insight into this information that I got from my friend, for which he has my special respect. The main secret of a crypto millionaire is to be at the right time, in the right place, with the right and powerful tool. And we have everything for that in the form of TonBooster, which is designed for stable and long-lasting performance. The IT team of Pavel Durov created and maintains it to generate years of passive income from each new connection. They're just financially motivated to blow palinkas off of it for perfect performance. And now I will immensely rejoice in those who ask, and there is just passive income here, if you do not invite anyone? Of course you do. To do this, just purchase immediately or upgrade to the rocket package over time for 500 tons. In this option, you will receive daily and distributed 20% of all service income on an absolute liability basis. That is, Pavel Durov's development team takes 20% out of their booster profits and distributes it to all rocket package holders. The percentage will be floating, but also essentially similar to earning interest on companies' stock profits. And the profits here, as you may have noticed, for both the founders and the partners are tremendous. Let's take a closer and more visual look at where the money for passive income does come from. This is very important to understand before making the right choice and gaining confidence and peace of mind. See, everything is managed by a smart contract, which is created once on the blockchain and closed, and then no one can interfere with the process and change anything. As soon as there is a shutdown of any person for any amount of tons, instantly the smart contract algorithm is triggered and 95% of the tons are distributed 5 levels up and 5% of the tons are accumulated in the account of the TonBooster developers as their passive income. Every morning, a different algorithm is triggered whereby 20% of the total amount of global volume that the developers received is allocated to instantly distribute that portion to all rocket accelerator owners in equal amounts. That is, the developers share their income with us. Each day a different amount of tons comes in, and it depends on the global amount of tons coming into the system. It can be 3 tons, 9 tons, or 5 tons. The average next day is about 15 to 30% per month passive income. That's already great, and you have to take into account that the TonBooster is just starting to make its first acceleration. As soon as China, Europe, America, India are connected, then the daily new turnover of tons will be an order of magnitude more, and accordingly your passive income will also proportionally increase several times. And when you consider that the tons themselves will increase in value, the rocket accelerator will be your financial Klondike for several years to come, at the very least. And that's without a single invitation. But you won't be able to keep your mouth shut for long. Your friends will want the same thing, and you'll quickly have a large structure built up, bringing you a huge referral income, the size of which you already know. And yet, of course, there will always be some gifted polyglot who will say, hey, it's a pyramid scheme. You're being scammed, it's a scam. In short, he'll remember all the epithets he's heard somewhere before to make himself look like a financial analyst. Friends, let us right now quickly understand and forever understand where there is great risk, danger of loss, and we should forget the way there, and where there is stability, security, and long-term. See, here's an example of an investment company with a beautiful legend, like Forex trading, artificial intelligence, arbitrage and the like, over the head of someone who takes your investment. In return, he promises and pays out a nice passive income for a while actively talking about the magic of compound interest. Of course, most people have the idea of constantly reinvesting to increase their deposit, but the more cautious ones withdraw their profits immediately. After a year, 2, 3, the company's balance sheet accumulates a huge sum of millions of dollars, if not billions, which is difficult to operate and maintain. And the owner of the company with all the cash neatly disappears to a warm land somewhere between the Emirates and Bali. You can't find him anymore. And investors, who not so long ago, looking into their offices, called themselves dollar millionaires, gather in groups and write a statement to the prosecutor's office, as usual. This is exactly what is called a pyramid scheme, a scam, and a scam. Call it what you want, but always forget the road there, no matter how beautiful it is. In contrast, there is a completely secure smart contract model that is utilized by reputable companies operating billions of dollars. Look, it's simple, transparent and logical. As soon as a new amount enters TonBooster's smart contract, it is distributed to the structure's partners that very second, according to a pre-written algorithm. The financial balance of a smart contract is always zero. It is a decentralized autonomous organization, abbreviated as DAO. There's no one to poke around and disappear with the entire cash register. In fact, the cash register is always empty. All revenue in tons is instantly distributed to partners' wallets, and they can take their tons out at any time and exchange them for rubles. Such smart contracts run steadily for years on autopilot like an atomic clock. So the 500 tons rocket gas pedal will generate daily passive profits for you for years to come, as long as the tons blockchain and the internet exists on this planet. Let's not look too far ahead. In as little as a year, you will get about 2,000 tons of coins on just one passive from Rocket. Multiply by the coin's exchange rate a year from now by at least $10 and you get $20,000 in your wallet. That's 20 times the current cost of the rocket gas pedal. Now I hope you understand why most people with more experience only trust their finances to smart contracts and immediately choose the rocket gas pedal for maximum returns, which is what I wish for you too. So, as one wise man said, if you aim to fly to the sun, you're sure to hit the moon. And you are advised to aim for 100% success to take the most out of this system. And further, when all partners start withdrawing their coins to beautify their lives, we will smoothly approach that very maximum. It's not going to happen in one moment, of course. Over the course of a year, 2, 3, your wallet will continually receive that same 15% gift. When someone from 3905 will be withdrawing their coins. And everyone will want to take it out, of course. Now you have an idea of the magnitude of this constant money waterfall. You can't argue with TonBooster's clear math here. And I'm not going to argue with you if I suddenly scare you with big numbers and you say, no, it's not for me. It's amazing. But this is the strangest and most obscure but popular answer. Oh, that's great. I'm glad you're here and have watched to this point. So, you're interested in larger and more meaningful sources of income than what you have now, or as a supplement to it. Then it's definitely for you. Because in these difficult times, no one has clear guarantees and constant sources of income. You have to have multiple sources that have a global perspective and are independent of politics. As you have already realized, TonBooster is perfect for everyone on all counts. I'm going to give you a little recommendation, and it will determine 90% of your entire success. Remember, after you buy 5 tones and activate your TonBooster, you will have a referral link to invite you. Before you send it off to your potential partner, ask them, first, are there at least 5 people in their circles for whom $1 million is desperately needed? And buying 5 coins for this purpose for only 1,000 rubles is not a question at all. And second, how determined is he to get his 5 people on board within 5 days? If on these questions the person doesn't give a clear determination and you don't feel the fire in their words or eyes, then quickly move on to the next person. Out of 10 to 15 people, you'll find the same 5 who will act just as enthusiastic and fast. This approach will be duplicated to the 5th depth. Everything will go on autopilot, and then you'll meet the 100-day deadline. Probably want to connect all 10, 20, 30 people to your first line, but the biggest and fastest business you'll get is from those 5 people who promised and delivered. Basically, as you can see, it's pretty simple, clear, logical and transparent. Someday you will be asked, how did this work out for you? What do you need to do? You can answer simply, it only takes 5 tons and 5 people with a fire to mix it all up, heat it up and infuse it for an average of 5 months. Yes, it's light and humorous, but that's just the way it is. The important thing is to start and keep going. And if you have any questions with buying coins or activating TonBooster, I recorded a video tutorial especially for you when I was buying tons and registering in TonBooster from the very beginning. And in general, to save your time and nerves, use this video, send it to your acquaintances, who will react and will meet the 2 conditions, then this is our man. Give him your advertising link and help him figure everything out so he can meet the 5-day deadline. That's all there is to it. And the first thing to do right now is ask for referral links to TonPay and TonBooster from the person who provided you with this video. Watch my tips, just repeat and move quickly towards your millions. Give yourself the luxury of not thinking about money, because you will always have it in the right amount. I know you will, because you will make it work.